Hey everyone, today we're going to be making a classic Filipino dessert, cascaron. For starters, I'm going to get the glaze going. I have a pan that's on high and then I'm adding coconut milk and brown sugar. I really want this to come together and reduce nicely so that the consistency coats the back of the spoon. Now we're going to go ahead and let this come to simmer and let it do its thing while we start to make the cascaron batter. I'm starting by putting the mochiko flour in, and then we got some coconut going in there. I'm going to mix it together, and then I'm going to create a well that's a little indentation. Then I'm going to add the wet into the dry. So the coconut milk's going in, and then regular milk. Now this is how you do it to make sure you don't end up with really crazy clumps. Gradually start incorporating the wet into the dry ingredients, and gradually it starts to come together. And now I'm starting to move it into a nice sort of a paste. Once it's all even and smooth, we're ready to go. At this point, I'm going to start making balls. Now, the size of the ball that I'm looking for is roughly a ping pong ball. So just go through, take small pieces of the dough and start rolling it into your ping pong balls. Once they're done, you're going to want to fry them. Now I have canola oil that's heating up, and I'm testing one. Looks good. Now we'll start adding the rest in there. We're going to want to fry these for about 4 to 6 minutes, and as you fry them, you're going to notice that some of the pieces are going to darken, or little areas are going to darken sooner than other parts of the cascaron, and that's the coconut. The sugar in the coconut will start to brown faster than the mochiko flour, but that's okay. You just want to make sure it's not too dark. Now these are just about ready, and you'll know they're done. You'll see some of the cascaron where they'll start to kind of crack, and little bits of the dough will push out. And when you start to see that, then you know that they're ready to go. Okay, now we're ready to finish the cascaron. I have the sauce that I just reheated. We're gonna put it in a bowl, and then we're gonna take our cascaron that had been draining. Go ahead and add that to our nice coconut sugar glaze, and we're gonna mix those together. Now the cool thing about these is when they're just out of the fryer and they're just glazed, they're super delicious. But don't think you need to eat them that way only. Street vendors make them ahead of time and sell them all day at room temperature. So you can make these ahead, serve them at room temperature, but they do taste delicious, fresh. So here we have our Filipino dessert called cascaron. It's also known as bitsu-bitsu or carioca. And really this is it's like street food. So when you see it out in the vendors, they'll typically have the balls and then they're skewered together. But they're easier to eat like this for family style. And this is one of those great desserts that you can make ahead and bring to parties. And you should just be ready that once you make these, you are gonna then become assigned to be the cascaron person at every party. So just FYI. I'm getting ready to go into one of these bad boys. But remember, for more recipes like this, visit us at foodland.com.